All right, guys. I've got one of the, I'm going to say maybe the cleanest LX in the country. Kenneth Sean, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
The cleanest LX hatch in the country?
Absolutely, hands down.
And it doesn't even have interior in it.
At all. It don't even have a drive shaft in it right
Wait till y'all see this wiring. That's what impressed me the most.
That, for years, one of the best wiring jobs I've ever seen on a Fox bike. This guy right here.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get out the video.
Yeah. This is Todd. I'm not even going to try to say your last name.
Eichelberger.
Eichelberger. What's your alias, though?
Boosted 347.
That's on Instagram. I'm talking about on 50 Asylum. What's your alias?
Whatever you guys want to call me.
Brother Ezekiel.
There you go.
Brother Ezekiel. All right, let's take a look at this car. This is the first car with full Ridetech in it, right? That's out?
It's on the road.
Yeah.
It's not driving, but
hey, it's out here though.
It's in public.
Yeah.
There's a handful of other ones
in progress, or
there's one that would have been here driving.
Okay.
If he wouldn't have broke the reservoir hose for his coilover.
Oh, okay.
So
he has the Ridetech front suspension and the rear independent. But you haven't got to drive it yet, obviously.
No drive shaft in it right now.
No drive shaft in it. But I looked underneath it. It looks, you can't even hardly see it though, really.
It's tucked.
It's tucked up in there. So he's basically redoing the bottom of the car again, or not again, I guess, ish. Because you've had this car for how long?
Since 07.
Since you were 7 years old?
No, since 07.
Oh, since 07. I was like, since you were 7. Holy cow. Since 07.
So almost 20 years.
Yeah, almost 20 years. So.
And I know the 3 owners prior.
Okay.
Well, the one right before me, I know the best, but I know of the other 2.
Okay.
So
what year is it?
89.
89. So let's just give it a breakdown. What's the motor?
Stock block 347, Vortec SI, was an old school A-trim, so it's got the loud gear set in it.
Okay.
Old school Vortec intake, old school Ron Anderson E7 heads.
Oh man.
With 194 intake valves, 160 exhaust valves.
Yeah, the old school stuff.
They were done before there was really aluminum heads.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's awesome.
Everything just kind of got a cool nostalgia to it.
Yeah. I didn't realize that, and I've looked at it before. Like, is it T56, right?
T56 just went in it with the IRS because of the custom drive shaft.
Okay.
Which is sitting at the house.
Yep. We were talking about pinion angle earlier. He's gotta do some work on that, but it's one of my favorite colors.
Not factory, but close.
Oh, it's not the factory? Oh, I didn't realize that.
You'll get to the inside, but it's medium blue or blue or whatever it was in '89.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
When was it painted? You know?
Third owner before me.
Okay. So it's been on there a while.
It's been on there a while.
That's awesome. All right, let's go to the inside. This is one of my favorite parts. This wiring job. It's also mini tub now.
It's now mini tub.
Yep. But guys, look. Hardly anybody would let you see this part of their car.
Those 2, like you said, 69, 70.
But look at this. This amazes me. How much time in wiring do you have to even know?
I don't know, but I'm a little OCD.
Yeah.
And
we love that.
I'm probably one of the few that actually enjoy wiring.
Okay.
Building it, diagnosing it, whatever.
Yeah.
So
you do this for a living too?
Yes.
Yeah. He's a Ford tech.
Yep.
So he does.
That's my daily job.
Daily job, but man, the wiring on this thing is amazing. All the work you've done is amazing. Like you have to go to his Instagram and see like where he cut some frame connectors down and narrowed them, and
there'll be more to come. I'm behind because of how much I've been trying to get this done.
Oh yeah, social media. We took a back door.
Yes.
Yeah, took a back seat.
So, and yeah, I got to revamp the whole hatch because of the tubs.
Oh yeah.
Battery box don't fit no more. That technically don't fit where it was anymore. So.
So you got it was black. I guess it wasn't originally a black interior since '89.
No, but I converted it to 90 black interior.
Okay.
So.
You're gonna be running the Holly when you go back together.
It's had Holly in it.
Okay, it's had Holly. Okay.
So it's on Holly. It'll go, new motor will be coil and air plug and a bunch of other, I'm gonna leave it
Okay.
at that.
Okay.
Give
So you're gonna do a new motor?
Surprise, yeah. I got
Oh.
a 363 in the works.
Oh, dang! I didn't realize that either. So when is it gonna be? Do you think it's gonna be at Foxtoberfest, or are you not gonna put a time stamp on it?
The car will be at Foxtoberfest.
Okay. Will it be finished?
The rear stuff should be done.
Okay.
I can't make any promises on the motor stuff.
Yeah. I completely understand. Like I'm not putting the time on getting my car right together.
I
either.
want it to be driving, all the bugs worked out of the back stuff,
Okay.
and be happy with that for
Yeah.
the year.
Okay.
Is the plan.
All right.
So, and an interior back in it. And
You put the back seat back in and everything?
yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta learn what's involved with that.
Yeah. Cutting it down
Because
and.
most of the mini tub guys are all notch guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The only one I can think of off the top of my head is Brian Prince
Yeah.
in a hatch car.
You got to cut those seats down,
Yeah.
which the bottom would be the same, but the top, the top's gonna be a little different.
My understanding is you got a notch. You got to cut the back corners of the bottom.
Yeah.
You don't have to do much with the back because I think it's mainly in front of the tubs.
Okay.
And then you gotta like section that metal folding hinge thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, and then figure out how to remount it back to the floor because the outside mounts are gone because they're tubs there now.
Well, you figured it out. You let me know because I may do my car. I thought about doing it while it's all apart. Like, why wouldn't I just go ahead and do it? But so you figured it out. You let me know.
I figured it out.
Well, I know you'll figure it out. You'll probably go way more than I want to do.
Yeah, there is that.
Just because I'm the guy's like, let's hurry and get it done. Let's get driving. But I've told my wife, I've told Monica, do not let me do that with the Mustang because I've waited a long time to get all this done. So do not let me rush through
Do
it.
it once and
Yeah.
do it right,
And
don't have to worry about
yeah.
it.
I'm gonna try not to do that when I get it back. So I may call on you to hold me accountable. Like send me a text every couple days. Like
When do you get it back?
hopefully next month.
Okay.
So
It's got to be exciting.
it is.
It's only been gone for what?
I dropped it off in July last year because when we went to Motor Steve, which I dropped it off early.
Oh yeah, you dropped it off around Detroit.
Yeah, because I went to the show and dropped it off
Yeah.
then. So, which I dropped it off earlier than he wanted it, but he let me go ahead and drop it.
Since you were there.
But he's actually done it pretty quick compared to some stories I hear with body shops. So it's Adam Delamaliers doing it, and
Whoever you say his last name.
yeah, I had to ask him like Delamalier. I've had to mail him stuff and like you write it out.
Would have never guessed
Yeah.
that's how you say it after
Yep.
seeing it.
Yeah, it's Delamalier. All right, so I guess there's you told me you're gonna change wheels. At some point.
At some point, I
Okay.
gotta put wheels on it that go with the tubs.
Yeah,
So
but you know, not in the works right now, but at some point, yeah. Very cool. All right, Todd. Oh, you got the Maker's Garage stuff too, right?
yeah, I got makers on the side.
Yep.
The front.
You got the carbon ones, don't you? Yeah. Does he even make the carbon ones anymore? I know for a while he didn't even make them.
He's big into the ABS.
Yeah,
Because he can do it all in house.
yeah. Which I understand.
But whether
You got Bear on the back and Brindles on the front.
yeah, that's
Is that what they send with it, or what is that?
so those are S550 brakes in the
Okay.
back, and those are Cadillac ATS stuff in front. They're I picked out that powder coat color,
Yeah,
and then it had matching Cobra brakes in the back.
yeah.
But I wanted to bump up brake stuff with the IRS because I was there, and I got to replumb it and redo it all anyway.
Yeah.
And so I have a thought process in mind for the rear that hasn't really been done on a Fox that I know of.
Oh, so you're gonna change this, but it's brand new.
No, it's
Oh.
staying this.
Okay, staying that, but okay.
I'll probably end up with a matching Bear set
Okay.
on the front,
Okay.
just so the oranges match.
Yeah.
And then everything matches. But in the rear, that doesn't have a parking brake. That's an S550
Oh.
drag brake with no integrated parking brake anywhere.
Okay.
Because normally on an 8.8, when you run that caliper, they have the parking brake shoes inside the rotor, which there's no room on independent. Because that runs an S550 wheel bearing. So I'm going to fab an electric parking brake with its own mini little hot rod caliper like you see on trucks and cars and whatever. Willwood makes this cool little caliper that's literally like this big.
Yeah.
And I'm going to mount that on the lower front.
That's gonna be all. You know, it'd be cool though. There's a Willwood. Just keep the Brembo, bearing wheels. Like I got all the brakes.
One of each.
I got them all.
Then I don't have to deal with figuring out cables, routing, because you gotta have to adapt the S550 cables to a Fox car, to the handle, to the.
And then it gets back into more of your favorite, the wiring.
Yeah. Now I only have to run a couple wires versus cables.
What, like on the when you do the electric, is the electronics in the caliper? Or you got to run like a solenoid.
The only thing on the caliper is an electric motor that basically drives the pads together.
Okay.
And then it just.
So you just got to send the power.
It's on and off. It comes with a brain box and a switch, so that it knows when to stop turning and when it's in or out and its position wise.
Okay. So I never realized how those actually work. So.
It'd be no different than like your OE electric parking brakes.
Yeah.
But they're integrated into their normal brake caliper.
Okay.
So it has its normal rear brake caliper, but then it also has an electric motor driven off the back of it. Like your cable-driven actuator would be that pulls on at that lever. That actuator sits there and just does the same thing except electrically instead of pulling the cable. They're integrated together, where this will be two separate.
Yeah.
It'll almost be like some of your German cars and have that little tiny caliper that is solely for its parking brake. I think some of them are cable, some of them might be electric.
Okay.
So that kind
That's very cool.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Yeah. That's going to be, I think that'll be awesome.
But yeah, Bear doesn't offer anything.
Yeah.
Willwood is the one, but I didn't like any of Willwood's rear brake options.
Yeah.
So that's why they're not going to match.
That's cool, yeah.
Little black guy.
Yeah, that'd be cool, yeah.
So.
All right, well, Todd, well, I appreciate it. We will, you guys make sure to follow him, Boosted 347. And he's going to be probably photo dumping when he gets home, so whenever he gets a chance.
I'll have some. I got to get more out there. I'm backlogged, so.
Yeah.
Because I've got pictures of most of everything.
Yeah.
So.
All right. You guys make sure to go check him out on Instagram. Until next time, we're out of here.